Hey, what's up guys? When is the best time to sell Bitcoin? In this video, I will demonstrate my Bitcoin cash out plan that Mike Novogratz will reveal his Bitcoin price target by the end of 2021. Listen up, you already invest in crypto. Why aren't you investing in tax-free crypto? iTrustCapital is the only provider that allows you to invest in crypto assets within your retirement account. They allow you to not only buy Bitcoin, but Ethereum, Ripple, and many others. They even have Chainlink coming very soon. It's designed for beginners and experts alike. They give you 24/7 trading access and even have built-in institutional-grade secure storage. You do not need to worry about creating private keys. If you open an iTrustCapital Roth IRA, it allows you to buy Bitcoin now, and when asset grows over the next few years, you keep all the profit for yourself. No taxes. If you want to learn more, head to iTrustCapital.com and request a free insider guide now. This will teach you all about crypto retirement accounts and how you can invest tax-free. Link to iTrustCapital is in the description box below. As of the time of this recording, Bitcoin is trading slightly over $33,000 a coin. Also, if you take a look at this 5-year chart, this 30% correction is not even noticeable. Why is that noticeable? Because we zoomed out and we're looking at the bigger picture. So this is not the time to cash out. In 2017 bull market run, we had 5 of those 30% corrections. In fact, we need to structure some type of Bitcoin cash out plan before it's too late. An idiot with a plan can beat a genius without a plan. So even if it's not the best plan, it's still better than no plan. First, I would like to point out that this plan is not for the short-term traders. This is not for those who are buying Bitcoin at $1,000 back in 2017 and selling it for $1,100 a few days later. If you do not see the flow in the short-term trading, then I cannot help you. Why would you want to buy Bitcoin at $1,000 and sell it at $1,100, then wait for another good buying opportunity? Let's say back then you bought Bitcoin $3,000. Bitcoin increased till $5,000, but you did not sell it. You thought it will increase more. But as soon as the Bitcoin retraced till $4,000, you sold it again. And this tedious process continues while bull market runs. Wouldn't it be better to buy it $1,000 and sell it $20,000? Yes, of course it would. But for that to happen, you need to have some type of temperament and long-term time horizon. And not many investors, especially in the cryptocurrency market, have that. I know it's easier said than done. Hindsight is always 20/20, but looking forward is totally different ballgame. This is why it's good to have some historical framework around Bitcoin. Even if you look forward from the past, it's still not that easy. Let's try to find the top. Okay, now Bitcoin is down. It's going to zero. Oh my god, I better sell. Oh, wait a minute, it started building some momentum. Let me buy some more Bitcoin or I might miss out. Oh my god, Bitcoin went up. Oh shit, it's going parabolic. I better buy some more. Oh no, Bitcoin is dead again. So the moral of the story is not clear where the top is, especially if you're looking forward. However, we do know that Bitcoin is very volatile. In the past, Bitcoin suffered 4 times at least 70% pullback in the bear market. And on the flip side, it had thousands of percent increase in the bull market. I think the best historical framework we can build around Bitcoin halving. Bitcoin halving occurs every 4 years. This is the time when Bitcoin reward drops in half and Bitcoin difficulty adjustment increases. The first Bitcoin halving took place on November 2012, where Bitcoin reward dropped from 50 BTC till 25 BTC per block. At that time, Bitcoin was trading at around $13 a coin. Just 1 year later, Bitcoin increased all the way till $1,100 a coin. That's going to be around 85x ROI. And the second Bitcoin halving took place in July 2016. This time, where Bitcoin block reward dropped from 25 BTC till 12.5 BTC per block. At that time, Bitcoin was trading at around $600 a coin. 1 year and a half later, Bitcoin increased all the way till $20,000 a coin. I'm pretty sure most of you remember that. And that's going to be 33x ROI. And not too long ago, we had the third Bitcoin halving that took place in May 2020. At that time, Bitcoin block reward dropped from 12.5 BTC till the current 6.25 BTC per block. The price per single BTC was fluctuating at around $8,500. 8 months later, Bitcoin is trading at the current price of slightly over $33,000 a coin. That's almost 4x. And here is a very important part that we have to pay close attention to. Bitcoin performs the best in 1 to 1.5 years after each Bitcoin halving. In the first Bitcoin halving after 1 year, Bitcoin made 85x. In the second Bitcoin halving, it made 33x in 1.5 years. So in the third Bitcoin halving, we can probably expect the top to be somewhere between May 2021 and December of 2021. Around May, it makes sense to take some Bitcoin off the table. Let's say at that time Bitcoin would be at around $60,000 per coin. Since we do not know the future, I think it would be reasonable to take out 30% of the table. Suppose if you have 3 Bitcoin, you can sell one and keep hodling another 2. If that's going to be the top, the market drops, then it's fine. Just keep hodling another 2 Bitcoins and potentially look for another buying opportunity. If that was not the top, let's say that by September, BTC increased till $100,000 per coin. Then you can take another 30% of the table. In that case, you would take out 0.66 BTC and keep hodling remaining 1.34 BTC. Also notice that because of the power of compounding, even though you get less and less BTC, but you get more and more dollar amounts. Now, let's say that by December 2020, BTC is $150,000. Then you would take another 30% of the table, and that would be 0.4 BTC, and hodl the remaining 0.94 BTC. Keep in mind, guys, you never want to be without Bitcoin. Do not ever sell entire stake of your BTC. That 0.94 BTC can be your schmuck insurance if the shit hits the fans.
It doesn't matter if this is the schmuck insurance you have under your mattress.
And this could be another unpredictable black swan event that no one could ever predict it. In that case, 0.94 BTC could feel like $1 million. So, no matter what happens, never sell all your Bitcoin. But now the question remains, what is the best way to cash out? Well, you have to know something about short-term capital gain tax and long-term capital gain tax. Here's another disadvantage for short-term traders. Short-term capital gain tax is essentially the same as your income tax. If you pay 40% of your income tax, you will pay 40% of your short-term capital gain tax. Long-term capital gain tax is way better. It's way more advantageous. If you make, let's say, less than $40,000 a year, you will pay 0% in long-term capital gain tax. 0%. For majority of people, those who make somewhere in between $40,000 and $440,000, you will pay only 15% tax. So you definitely do not want to sell your BTC in less than 1 year holding period. Here is another tax advantage you should consider if you're a Bitcoin whale. If you hold Bitcoin in tens of millions of dollars, you may consider moving into Puerto Rico or Cayman Island to avoid taxes completely. Now, let's take a look at this recent interview where Mike Novogratz explains why Ethereum may double in price from here, and then he will give us a Bitcoin price target by the end of the year. Let's take a look.
When you think about what's unique about Bitcoin, it's the first global speculative asset. Really, period, right? We never had an asset as distributed as Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin's owned by over 120 million people now. And so in every village, there's a Bitcoiner trying to convince their friends that this is the cool thing. And so, right, if you're running, Apple or Tesla, you've got usually one guy out there as a salesman, right, who's selling this company and then, who's telling the story of this company. In Bitcoin, I'm one of 15 people that seem to show up on CNBC, weekly, telling the Bitcoin story. There's podcasts galore, but there's people in every village in the damn world who are Bitcoiners who feel like it's their job to proselytize about why. And so we have never had a asset that has a retail base in Iran, a retail base in India, a retail base in Africa, a retail base in Korea, passionate retail bases, right? All over the world. And so what we're seeing is this viral effect, right? This networking effect that's accelerating. Ari told you about a really important network, right? The good old Billionaire Boys Club. I was on an early call that a friend of mine set up, and I looked around and I was like, Jesus, there's like 30 of the richest guys I've ever seen on this call. And from that call, a lot of them end up getting involved in the crypto space. Some with us, many not with us. And so you have these mini ecosystems, but they're developing everywhere. And that's the power of this community, an asset. It's the power of decentralization, right? There's not a CEO of Bitcoin. I like to think I am sometimes, but I am absolutely not the CEO of Bitcoin, right? I used to call myself the Forrest Gump of Bitcoin. There isn't a CEO, right? And there are different people. I mean, Michael Saylor has had an amazing effect this year. He's popped up. It's his moment. There's different people at different times that are having influence in different communities, right? Michael is doing I think it's next week, we're participating a conference for literally like 2,000 CFOs and CEOs of companies to try to convince them to put some of their corporate cash in Bitcoin. Now, he's not going to convince the majority of them, but he's going to convince some of them. And
right.
So here's another guy building community. And so that's happening everywhere in this asset, which is pretty cool.
The 2017 rally was driven a lot by retail investors. You said, I think 99% you felt was retail speculation. And now that percentage is shifting towards institutions. In your view, what is that percentage today? And what type of interest are you fielding from institutions, whether it be pension endowments, large investment firms, insurance companies? What type of interest are you fielding in Bitcoin today?
I think if you add high net worth into that bucket, right, which are many institutions themselves these days, that's all our business because we were set up as an institutional business. I would tell you, Galaxy's mantra was we're going to be the bridge between crypto and institutions. And man, it was kind of lonely for a couple of years, right? Our business wasn't great until really it all shifted with COVID. And post-COVID, we've had these two tailwinds, right? We've had this macro story because of the money printing that is a beautiful tailwind for Bitcoin, the story that Ari was telling eloquently earlier. You also had the digitalization of everything, right? That, from us doing this on Zoom to the hyper acceleration of that. And that's really played into the Ethereum community. It's played into stable coins, right? All of us saying, shit, I wish they could have done the COVID checks, directly as opposed to, getting them in the mail. We should all have wallets. We should, the government should be able to, direct payments through a payment system that's wallet based. And so we're going to have central bank issued digital currencies. They're coming in every single major country. How they, what form they take, it'll be interesting, but they're coming in every major country. And so that whole process, I think, has shifted the institutional mindset. So first it was all Bitcoin. Next, why I think Ethereum is going to double. And I literally didn't think this till yesterday. I was walking. I was like, shit, all the smart hedge funds are going, what's next? Okay, now let me look at Ethereum. And then the same thing with the other institutions. And then it's going to be decentralized finance, which really is the cool stuff. And so we're in this process now of more and more smart people with real capital looking, understanding it. Like Ari and I aren't crazy, but we're not that much smarter than anybody else. We just got in early. And the same conclusions we make most likely are going to be made by other people looking at it, right? I always thought in mercantile things, 10 smart guys looking at a set of problems usually come up with the same answers. And so as we get more and more eyeballs on these solutions for things that don't work, you're going to have more people getting interested in investing.
Right. And the short answers. Michael, where's Bitcoin on 12/31/21?
65,000.
Ari, where's Bitcoin on 12/31?
At 85,000.
85,000. Okay.
Like the price is right here. All right.
65,000 BTC price target for 12/30/21 from Mike Novogratz seems a bit too low. Well, we will see what happens in the future. Let me know what you guys think about this Bitcoin cash out plan. And what is your Bitcoin cash out plan? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below, smash that like button and subscribe for more videos.